Hello, welcome to another episode of Game Overcast. My name is David Kaelin, the Game Over CEO, and thank you for joining us for another episode. Today is November 11th, Friday the 11th. Ooh, that's a scary... No, that's not the scary one. Friday the 13th, that's the scary one. But, yeah, happy Friday to everyone. How was everybody's Halloween? Was it good? Yeah. You know how I mentioned on the show, I guess a couple of weeks ago or whatever, like, you know, tell us what you're doing for Halloween and maybe send us some pictures of, you know, like you and your Halloween costumes and stuff like that, and, you know, asking for feedback. And we got one person sent us Halloween pictures. So nice. Thanks, Larry and Veronica. But we'll show you those. And actually, should we do that here on the show?
Let's do it right now.
We'll do it right now. So Dan's going to show a slideshow of the entire string of Halloween costume photos that we received for the show. Okay, let's start that now. We'll play like a song or a couple songs or whatever. We'll do a whole montage, kind of like the end of the Oscars. So okay, let's go there now, and we'll watch all the Halloween pictures that were sent in to us. And that's it. Just that one. That was it.
It was a good slideshow.
It was a good slideshow. Yeah.
I like the music.
Was the music good?
It was good. Yeah.
Can you recognize that song after just 10 seconds?
10 seconds is generous.
Yeah, that's generous. That's what she said. Sorry. Oh, okay. We got to edit that out. We got to edit that out of the show.
10 seconds is generous.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so that won't be in the show. So we're back with welcome. This is the welcome section. This doesn't even have a level. This is the prologue. This is where just all the text is scrolling like, it was a time of terror back in the whatever. I don't know. Okay. Man, what a horrible way to start the show. What is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Rocky.
This is Rocky. Okay, so...
Listen, it's all uphill from here.
It's all uphill. Wait, uphill's harder. Downhill's easier.
Downhill's like on a graph, it's worse.
Huh.
And then uphill is like it's getting better.
It gets better, but it's a harder climb.
It's harder on you, but it's easier for the audience because you're like failing.
Yeah. Well, I've totally ruined the beginning of the show, so probably now that nobody is watching, we lost our like 3 viewers already.
Sorry, Larry.
Sorry, Larry, and 5 other people that watch the show. Okay, we'll just pretend we started now. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Game Overcast. Do you think we do a lot of takes on this show and like record it over and over again each section and take the best one and only use the choice select shots for this show? No, we just shoot it, and normally it comes together pretty well, but sometimes, like today, it might be a little rocky. Sorry. Okay, but it's episode 36. It's the fall. It's still like in the 80s here in Texas, but there is a cold front supposed to come in this weekend, and so it's going to get down into the 50s.
Yes.
Brr.
Let's go.
Time to finally put away the shorts and T-shirts, perhaps, in Texas. We'll see. At least for a couple of days. And then everybody's going to complain about how cold it is. Oh, my God, it's 50. Oh, I'm going to die.
I'll never complain about the cold in Texas.
And some of you people, from other places will be like, okay, like, it's okay to be 50. It's not that cold. Okay, but anyway, it's episode 36, so we are getting close to the holidays. Black Friday is like 2 weeks away. Can you believe that? 2 weeks. And that means Christmas is about 6 weeks away. Wow. So, yeah, it's all coming pretty fast. So we got to get ready for the holidays, and so we've got a big show, lots of cool stuff to talk about, so let's go right to it, and hopefully the rest will go much smoother than that first part. So let's go to level 1 with the whatever the hell level 1 is. Current events. Let's do current events. And we're back with level 1, current events. So what's going on right now in the world of gaming? I've got a couple of cool news stories to talk about. So first of all, Sonic Frontiers is out.
I'm playing it.
Dan is playing it. So
it's good.
What do you think? Good?
Good.
Do you want to give a review? And now's the time for Dan's 2-minute review on Sonic Frontiers. Dan?
I'm about 3 hours in.
3 hours in?
Yeah, and I haven't played a 3D Sonic game since, like, Sonic Heroes on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Better
or worse than Heroes?
No, better. I think
better,
this might be the best 3D Sonic game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very
better
good.
than the Dreamcast
There's
ones?
because the Dreamcast ones had a little bit of, like, weird, like, overworld stuff that was confusing. Yeah. But this one, like, the whole overworld is like a big Sonic playground where you just like go fast and do like grind rails and crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. And it plays really well. It's really fun. Yeah, I have no real complaints about it. Yeah.
Nice.
So I enjoyed it.
Well, can I ask you a question about Sonic Frontiers then? Because the next thing I was going to talk about is something called Psyloop. Have you heard about that or seen that?
Yeah.
Where you can you take Sonic on the over view,
Yep.
and you can have him run in a certain direction, like just run around, and he leaves a little trail so you can draw stuff. Mm-hmm. And so apparently people are saying that people are drawing stuff and then sharing it.
Yep.
And it's dirty stuff.
Yeah, if you give anybody the ability to draw anything anywhere, there will be dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. So
That's a great. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to know that's a good game. I do love Sonic, so maybe that's a game I should even check out because I like that type of game. But yeah, so the Psyloop thing, apparently people are using Sonic to write stuff, and some things would be nice. You can make a little heart shape and share that and stuff like that. But people, they're not all making heart shapes. So there's some dirty pics that they're drawing and then sharing those kind of things, and then it's like Sonic drawing dirty pictures. Yeah, it's a thing. So that's unfortunate, but that's good. That's a good game, and that's out right now. So that's kind of the big thing this week. Also, Nintendo Switch sales have hit now 114 million.
Crazy. Yeah.
Which is we were talking about on the last show. I think PS5 hit was it 25 million, and I was like, I don't know who those 25 million people are because it's like a handful in each country. I guess I don't know. So yeah, scalpers all got them, but 114 million for Switch. That sounds more accurate. So they're selling about 20 million a year. 20 million of the devices, plus per year. And in the beginning, they were limited by supply a little bit too. But I mean, now it's 20 million plus per year.
At this point too, it's older, more established technology from 5 years ago. So it's easier for them to get chips.
Yeah, that's true.
On Game Boy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Switch may go on to be their biggest selling console ever.
For sure. How much is Wii now?
I'm
gonna look it up right now.
Actually, it's pretty close. It's 100 and something million, isn't it? Like 120, 130 million?
Wait, that's not right. Hang on.
Because what is Nintendo's most successful console ever?
Definitely the Wii.
It was the Wii, right?
Wii or Game Boy, depending on what you...
Well, if you include all the Game Boy versions. See if you can find me a number on Wii total console sales.
Okay, hang on. List of best-selling game consoles... PS2 is 155 million.
PS2 155.
Nintendo DS 154 million.
Oh, DS 154.
Barely missed the PS2. Game Boy's 118 million.
Game Boy 118. And that includes regular color and advanced, though, right?
Yeah. No. That's just Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color.
Not
Okay.
Advanced.
Okay.
PS4 is 117 million. So the Switch is definitely
PS4 117.
PS4.
Yeah, they're probably now if they're already at 114.
Yeah, especially with the holiday season, like they're going to sell most of their consoles in a year in the next 2 months.
Yeah, it's the next month or two is going to be crazy for console sales.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility that it's going to pass 150 million and PS2 at some point.
Yeah,
which is like
yeah. So it definitely seems like the type of thing that where do you think it is in the life cycle? It's only like halfway. Wouldn't you say? Like it could go another 5 years probably with the Switch. Even if there's a Switch Pro or Switch whatever, it's still gonna like the core, game production is gonna go on for 5 more years at least, right?
I think they said they're trying to hit 10 years with the Switch.
Yeah, I bet they would.
There's no real reason.
And if they do, that's 200 million.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
I'm surprised the DS.
So huge. Yeah. I think it's just at that time there's more people on the planet, but also more gamers than there were back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and you had all the old people buying them too.
That's right. It was more of an all-age thing, and in the 80s and 90s, video games were still mostly for kids, and then nowadays, of course, everybody games. So talking about Switch though, I've got another top 10 list to go down, which I always love these type of surveys. So this is actually not a survey; these are facts. So top selling games for the Switch. So Dan is a Nintendo and Switch expert, right?
Expert, maybe.
Kind of. Okay. So we'll see if Dan knows some of these too. So what do you think is the number one top selling game for the Switch?
Should I come over there and?
Yeah, you can come over.
We can do trivia.
Okay. Yeah. Here. I'll come over here. Okay.
I don't want to see your paper.
Oh yeah. Don't look here. Here, I'll hold this up. Okay. No, you can't see. Yeah, it's blocked. Okay, you can't see. Okay. So top selling Switch games, top 10. Well, let's do number 10. We'll do it from the bottom up. Okay, number 10. And just tell me if this sounds right. Pokemon Let's Go.
Any Pokemon game is going to be on this list. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, number 9, Ring Fit Adventure.
That's surprising.
That is surprising.
But
apparently 14 million of them sold. Do you believe that?
With an install base of over 100 million, like...
But 1 in 10 bought Ring Fit?
I bought it.
Okay.
I don't use it, but I bought it.
Yeah. Okay, number 7. Oh, how did I miss 8? Oh, who knows what number 8 was? I don't know.
Probably Pokemon.
Well, number 7 was Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
That's surprising. I mean, it's Pokemon.
That
so
is 15 million.
But that specific game was not received very well by the community, so I'm surprised by that.
Number 6, Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
24 million. I was surprised that the one and only like unique original Mario game for that console in 5 years, right, is not even top 5. It's number 6. Because normally the Mario games are like the top of the line.
Maybe.
I don't know. I was surprised by that.
I mean, you're gonna have Zelda and Mario Kart at the top for sure.
They're coming, but Zelda's not at the top either. So after Mario Kart or Mario Odyssey, number 5, another Pokemon Shield and Sword.
Yeah.
That was 25 million.
Yeah.
Number 4 was Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
With 28 million.
That makes sense.
So Zelda's high, but it's not even top 3.
Yeah.
That's number 4. Number 3 was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's 30 million. Number 2, Animal Crossing, New Horizons.
Really?
Yeah. Because that's the one that, like, you remember that came out right when the pandemic started?
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, here's this cool new game. Everybody stay home for 2 years. So what everybody do? They played that fucking game for 2 years. So it was like, it was selling nonstop.
That game had a moment, dude.
It had a year. That game had a year. That was a long tail of interest in that game.
I want to go play more Animal Crossing.
You want to go play it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go.
No. One more.
Okay.
So the number 1 game, Mario Kart.
Yeah, of course.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 48 million. So that means of the 114 million Switches, almost half of them have Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart Cell Systems. Mario
Crazy.
Kart Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that is your breakdown on the top 10 selling Switch games thus far. So do you think the new Zelda next year will break into that? Or the new Pokemon coming out next week?
The new Zelda's going to be... Yeah, Pokemon for sure. The
new
Zelda's going to be a little weird because the Breath of the Wild was a launch title. So people were like more excited for it.
Yeah.
I think
you don't think people are as excited for Breath of the Wild 2?
But now there's like more of an install base.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So a lower percentage will buy it for sure. But then since there's a bigger pie to start with, it still will probably sell really well.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, anyway, so that's interesting. So in more retro gaming specific news, apparently there's a giant retro gaming rooftop bar that's opening in Las Vegas on the Strip.
What? When?
Yeah, there's a place called Brew Dog. It's a brew pub. It's going to be the largest brew pub on the Strip in Vegas, 30,000 square feet. It's on the roof of a building that houses something called the Showcase Mall. And I have no idea what that is. I assume it's a mall, shops and restaurants and stuff. But it's going to have 360-degree views. Like you can go to the edge and look out over Las Vegas, see the skyline. It's going to have retro gaming that you can do there. 96 beers on tap. It's the first carbon-neutral brewery in the world. So that's pretty cool. And I think Brewdog is a chain, though. I think that's like a chain of like cool urban breweries.
Oh, they don't open until December 2nd?
December, it just says in December, so.
I'm going to Vegas next week.
Are you really?
Shoot, but they're not going to be open.
Oh, Dan's going to be in Vegas next week. Oh, sorry, Dan. Oh, well, you can check it out, maybe. See the Showcase Mall underneath it. But anyway, I thought that was cool. Retro gaming barcades open up pretty much everywhere now. I mean, every city has like at least one. So that's cool. So definitely if you're in the Vegas area after December, check that out. Sorry, Dan. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it in the news. So let's go to level 2 and company info and see what's going on now at your local Game Over video game store. And we're back with level 2 company info. So what's going on right now at your local Game Over video game store? Well, we got some sales going on this month. We also have special mini Black Friday sales. So every Friday this month, there's a one-day sale.
It's like Black Friday, but cuter.
It's Black Friday, but it's like a little cuter, easier, less crowded way to get Black Friday deals.
Maybe Friday.
Maybe Friday. Yeah, little Black Friday sale. Okay. So this week, the Black Friday sale, the mini Black Friday sale of November 11th, which is today only. So you have to be watching the show on day one to be able to take advantage of this. November 11th, loose GBA games. So all of our used Game Boy Advance games, anything $50 and under, which is pretty much all of them, is 20% off. And you can shop on our website with online code GBA20 and save some money on GBA games.
Friday?
Yeah, today only. Sweet. On Friday.
Go do it.
So do that now. And then this whole week from Friday the 11th to Thursday the 17th, for that whole week, it's PSP games and UMD movies. So everything for the PSP console. Basically, all those regular $50 and under, which is, again, almost all of them. I think there's like 3 that we have that may be over $50. But 20% off of all those, and you can do it online with code PSP20. So that's all the sales for this week. Then next week, same thing. We've got a week-long sale, and we have a Black Friday or a mini Black Friday sale. So the week-long sale is from November 17th to 23rd. That takes you right up to before Thanksgiving. And that one is, 50% off certain swag items. So that's going to include Skylanders, Infinities, and Dimension, the figures, portals, games, plus all of our DVD movies, our CD soundtracks, wall scrolls. We don't have a whole lot of wall scrolls left, but that's like kind of the final push on wall scrolls. Books, magazines, and strat guides. So any of that stuff that's $50 or less, which is, again, almost all of it, is going to be 50% off that week leading up to Thanksgiving. So that's a pretty big sale that runs all week. Then on Friday, November 18th, that's our last mini Black Friday sale. That's going to be Xbox 360. So it's 30% off all the used games and accessories for Xbox 360. And you can do that in the stores or also online with code Xbox 360. So those are all the sales leading up to Thanksgiving. Then all of our stores are going to be closed on Thanksgiving, and we'll do a online-only sale on Thanksgiving Day, and then Black Friday starts the next day on the day after Thanksgiving. So we're not going to go into the Black Friday stuff on this week's show, but next week's show we will have the full rundown on all the Black Friday deals at Game Over. So you'll have a whole week to salivate and make your plans and figure out how you can get to all the Game Over stores in your area to cherry pick all that good stuff that you want. So we'll talk about that next week on the show. Trade-in bounty still going on right now for Nintendo 64s and GameCubes. If it's complete and it's working, it's in good shape, has the wires, has one Nintendo brand controller, we're paying $100 a piece for all of them. And if it's a colored N64, like one of the fantastic colors like green or red or something like that, those go up to even $150. And that's the cash price. That's the minimum price. That's not including the games or accessories or anything. So definitely bring those in. If you have an extra one or one you've been sitting on thinking about selling, now's the time to trade those in. That expires on the 23rd of November, so definitely bring those in soon. We are stocking up for the holidays on those. And then we'll have a new trade-in bounty that starts after Thanksgiving. Let's see. So Black Friday sale info is coming next week, so we talked about that. Upcoming events, we do retro tournaments in all of our stores called Super Retro Challenge, and those days are the second Saturday of every month in certain stores, one in each kind of city. And so that is November the 12th, which is also like tomorrow? Yeah, that's this week. So yeah, tomorrow is the next one. If you miss that, you see the show a little later. The next one is going to be Saturday, December 10th. So just plan on that the second Saturday in December. The stores that do the tournaments, we do them in Bellevue, Washington. We do them in Arlington, Texas. We do them in South Austin. We do them in North Houston. And we do them in Northeast San Antonio and Selma. So those are the 5 stores to look for. And you can get details on the games and the rules and sign-up times and the start times and all that stuff on their Facebook pages for those stores. So that is it on that. Let's see. New products. We got some new products. Are you ready for new products?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. We got new products, and let's see. So new stuff coming into our stores, and we had these last year, and got them actually like way too late for the holidays. So we ended up having to store a lot of them, and now we've got them early this year.
They're pretty cool.
So it kind of worked out well. But it's stockings. So yeah, so you might have seen these in Game Over stores before, but a lot of the Game Over locations didn't get them until like a day or two before Christmas last year, so we didn't have a chance to actually buy them.
8-bit guys, that's great.
But they're pretty cool. And yeah, this is knitted in the middle. So like the little Link and the little Mario, those are like kind of knitted on there. Everything else just fabric. But they're cool. They're what, $15? Yeah, $14.99. So you need these hanging in your house.
You do.
Yeah, get them for yourself, get them for your kids, get them for your dogs, get them for gifts for people. Put them in your man cave. I mean, they're super cool. So they're available online at GameOverVideogames.com. Also, they're going to be in all of our stores. Sorry, Spider-Man. Okay, there we go. Kind of messing up my own little setup here. Then, in addition to that, we've got a brand new re-release game from Retrobit. They've been doing a lot of re-release, like some of the hard-to-find retro games. They're bringing them back and reprinting them. And so this time we've got Battletoads versus Double Dragon.
Yo!
So this is the NES game.
That's the super hard, expensive one on the NES.
Yeah, I think the original used ones, like a loose copy, is like $150 or something. And so these are $59.99, and it's brand new, never used, comes in a box, complete, has a manual, has a little stand where you can stand the game up. And I don't know if you can see this corner down here, but the cartridge is actually green. It's like a kind of a see-through green color. But yeah, so you get the hardcover packaging, you get the green cart, you get a little acrylic stand for it, and you get an instruction manual. So complete, $59.99 from Retrobit. Very cool. Exact same game as the original, but it's a third the price of what you pay for a used copy of the original.
That's a nice package. That's great.
So that's cool.
If you like Battletoads, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, if you're a fan, I mean, anything Battletoads tends to be a really, hot seller and a hard to find item in a retro game store. And yeah, Retrobit really does these things up right. So yes, it's a reprint, but it's a really good quality reprint. It's a legal reprint, and those are hard to come by. So we have those at our stores and on our websites right now, $59.99. So check out your local Game Over store or at GameOverVideogames.com for those. So that's new products. Let's see, Classic Game Fest notes. So Classic Game Fest next summer, July 22nd, 23rd of 2023. It's the biggest retro gaming event in Texas. It's an amazing retro convention. It's a lot of fun. If you've never been, it is so fun to go to. So many vendors, more than you'll see anywhere else, selling video games and also anything video game, adjacent. The video game artwork. We've got video game creators and developers there. Video game music. Video game costumes. It's all there. It's all related to video games. So it's a really, really fun time for the whole family. Tickets are on sale now. Vendor booths are on sale now. And everything is at its cheapest price now. So basically, if you were gonna go, if you're even thinking about going to buy a vendor booth or whatever, buy it now because it's cheapest and they're still available. If you're thinking of going to attend, we have a lot of people every year that buy tickets at the door. And that makes it really hard for us because then it's a big crowd, a big cluster at the door. It takes a lot of time to get everybody's money and get them the wristbands and everything. And so we've been trying the past several years to shift more and more shopping online for the tickets. And so this year we've gone to a tiered pricing. So if you buy your tickets now, it's basically Black Friday pricing right now. And that goes until the end of Black Friday weekend. And that will be the cheapest way to get your tickets for Classic Game Fest. After Black Friday weekend, the prices go up, and then every couple of months they go up and up. And then when you get to the door at Classic Game Fest, if you haven't bought your tickets by then and you just show up on the day of Classic Game Fest and want to buy tickets, they're going to be expensive. So save yourself some time, some hassle, some money, and get your tickets early. So you can get those right now at ClassicGameFest.com and order them online, have it all taken care of. Plus, there's deals. If you get the VIP weekend pass, you can get a discounted T-shirt with it, too. And we're going to do special edition shirts, just like we did last year. And we'll be giving those all to the VIP T-shirt ticket holders first. And last year we ran out. So we'll have more shirts, but we still will dedicate them to the VIP people first. So you want to get those tickets right now, so you can definitely guarantee yourself one of those shirts. Let's see. Otherwise, that's everything for CGF. So again, the prices on tickets go up after Black Friday weekend. So definitely get your tickets now for Classic Game Fest. And that's it. So let's go on now to level 3, the feature section of the show.
No.
And what did you say? No?
Yeah.
No? Why not?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh. Don't cause trouble over there. Like the show is finally starting to flow pretty well there.
Just speed bumps.
Okay.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
Well, not only do I have to deal with your crap, but the feature section of the show is dealing with other crap because we're going to actually do the feature section of the show in the bathroom. So, Dan, would you care to join me in the bathroom for a little while?
That's why I said no. I didn't even know we were doing
This is going to be fun. So Dan and I are going to go in the bathroom, and we're going to check out the toilet and do a little toilet repair in the bathroom. So that's our feature section. So let's go do that now. Okay, so we're back. So I've got the new lid. Basically what we have is the lid on the toilet broke. So I need to put a new one on there. It's a very simple thing to do. Even I can do it, so it's totally simple. So I've got my toolbox here. Actually, I'll just take the whole box in case I need something weird in there. I don't know. But got my new lid, got my toolbox. Let's go do a repair. All right, so we go around here. Please don't mind the mess.
What mess?
Yeah, there's no mess, right? All right, don't show anything in this room. All right, let's go in the bathroom and see. Oh, the fan's gonna be on. Is that gonna be hard to hear?
That's fine, just yell.
Okay, I'll just yell. All right, so here we are in the bathroom. Does your bathroom look like this? If not, it should, right? Okay, so I'll try and make this where we can see. Okay, so here's me and the toilet. So what happened here is that like these lids sometimes they break. Like see, like somebody broke this down here. And so then basically when you close it, it just flops down and this part kind of pops off. You know, so that's not good. That's not good. So we're gonna take that off. So we're gonna put a new one on here. So these things normally they kind of clip up. And then these things, it's normally just two bolts that come down like this, and then there's washers underneath, or bolts. No, nuts. Are they nuts? I think they're nuts.
These nuts.
Not these nuts, but those nuts. So let's try a little wrench here to move some stuff. I should have prepared this area to kind of clean some of this stuff out. No. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna try and let's give this my finger stamp. Okay. It's plastic, so I don't really need the tools. Just do it with my hands. So I just got to unscrew these little things. I'm just twisting the little nut off the bottom. It's fun. So you might be asking yourself, why would I do this repair myself? Well,
Plumbers are expensive.
Plumbers are expensive. You know, if I had somebody come do this for me, it'd probably be like $300 or something. Like having a repair guy of any kind come out to do pretty much anything at one of our stores, it's like $300 just to get, you know, a professional out in his little truck to come out here. It costs that much. So that little nut's just holding that up from the bottom. Let's see if I can. This one's on tape. Let's see. Oops. You really don't need tools that much for this, but it's just, when it's been on there for a while, it gets kind of stuck in place. So I'm going to take this off. Okay, so got that little nut off. So we got that, and then this thing basically just comes right off like that. See? Just has the two bolts there. It's kind of like a This Old House episode. You remember those? You know
Yes,
This Old House?
I do remember.
It's like the old guys from Massachusetts, and they all have like really strong accents, like Boston accents.
I used
Like,
to fall asleep to it.
The three-quarter drive into Midasol.
It's terrible.
That's a horrible accent.
Horrible, yeah.
Okay.
I'm offended.
Are you offended? Because you're from Massachusetts,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit here. Got a little funk from the other one. It's shocking that our toilet here would not be clean because just a bunch of dudes in a video game store. And I'm sure if you go in your local video game store, I'm sure their toilet's spotless, right? No. All right, so there is our lidless toilet. See? All right.
Nice blue water.
So then, just grab one of these, and oh yeah, I saw this earlier. I accidentally, I got the wrong one because I wanted one that matched, but somehow I got the little black, brackets, and it should be, I guess, silver or white. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't put that much thought into it. I just bought one.
Well, it doesn't match the aesthetic of your toilet in your video game store.
I know.
David.
I hope it doesn't ruin the whole glamour of this room. Okay. So now we've got these new little nuts and bolts. And here, let's dump these out here. Okay. We've got the world's smallest instruction manual here. You need like a magnifying glass to see this. So, yeah, it's pretty simple. So, okay. So we get your little screw thingies here, and these have to go into these. Why they don't just come in there to start with, I don't know. So start that in there. There, okay. There. So I'm just screwing these into the, I wish I knew the right words. I don't know the words. Into the bracket. Is that the bracket for the toilet seat? Oh. So those are in there. Okay, so now it has those. Let's see. Then we're going to put B on, which is these little nuts. Put these on. This goes on from the top. And then you put it down. Okay.
I use this toilet sometimes.
Do you? Yeah, I use this toilet. So it's kind of selfish, really. I like having a nice toilet seat because it's the one I sit on. King's got to have his throne, right? All right, so we'll put that on there. Cool. All right, that looks right. I don't know. Oh, those are the old nuts. I'll just throw those in the trash. I don't want to mix up. You don't want to mix up your old nuts with your new nuts, because that would be nuts.
Our podcast audio listeners are going to get a real treat.
Yeah, so for all of you listening to the audio version of this podcast, I'm doing amazing things right now, and it's extremely hard work, and I'm using big, expensive, fancy tools, and I'm putting literally the nuts and bolts of this thing together. So it's like I'm assembling the toilet seat lid from scratch. All right, so now we've got a lid with bolts. Okay. So put seat on bolt. And by the way, just so you know, I am reading the instructions here. Because you know, some people would do stuff like this and not read the instructions.
No, who would do that?
I know, who would do that? Oh, there it goes. I see it kind of pops in there. This is a little different than the one that we had in here originally, but they all kind of work the same. Once you get it in there, yeah, the bolts come out the bottom, and it attaches it on the top. And then I basically got some new bolts. No, the bolt's the other thing. These are the nuts. I guess it's just a big nut. My terminology is all wrong, but these things just go on the bottom, I think. Let's see. Finger tightens the underside, so those go up from like that. And I guess I should be talking for the audio people. So then I'm going to put the nut on the bolt from the bottom. I'm going to screw it up here. And you do it by hand up until it gets snug, and then you snap the little bottom off. Stay in place.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a different design than the other one, so I should have probably bought one that I was more familiar with, but honestly, I just went in the store and just grabbed one. I was like, that's white. Our toilet's white. That'll work. Okay. So there. Here, do this one. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was just thinking when this old one broke, I was like, oh, that's something I could do on the show. That'd be fun. But this is really not that fun, is it?
No.
No?
I have this poster in my man cave, though.
Yeah.
The Donkey Kong.
There are some really cool posters in this room. And I bet some people, probably mostly employees, will appreciate the fact that I'm down here on my knees fixing a toilet.
So that, what is that? That's Twilight Princess map.
Okay.
You got Donkey Kong over here.
So yeah, there's cool stuff. This was one of our first like advertising campaigns. This was like a student, I think, at UT that was doing this for a project. They did like a free pro bono like ad, and obviously someone put a different face on that dude. But this whole like bring a friend campaign with Game Over Video Games, like that was like our first ad campaign, and we didn't pay for it. The guy was like, I'm doing this for a school project, and I was like, sweet, free labor. I love it. Okay, so those are about as tight as I can get them by hand. Let's see, holding the seat centered, tighten until it snaps off. So, okay. Okay.
You gotta test it out now.
I'll test it out. So I'll be using this toilet on the next episode. That'll be fun. I gotta have like the plumber's crack where you're like, yeah, well, see what I'm gonna do is fix this. Yeah. Nobody wants to see that. It's bad enough you gotta see my bald head back here. Right.
What's the difference?
Yeah, a bald head and a butt are pretty much the same, except that one has a crack in it.
That's a good observation.
Yeah. All right, so I'm tightening, and then eventually this is supposed to snap off. Oh, and there it goes. So that's just a little piece that I don't think we need that piece anymore. So I'm tightening this one. I'm sorry you can't see this side.
We'll look at posters.
Yeah. Just look
What
at
do we
posters.
got? Jack and Daxter. What is that? Alien Syndrome? I want that one. Can I have that one?
Huh?
Can I have this Alien Syndrome poster?
No. All right, and that's it. So, we've taken this old seat lid off, put the new seat lid on, and now, look at that. It doesn't wiggle, it doesn't move.
Sit.
All right, so, here. Since it's all clean and new, unlike the first one. And so that is how you replace the toilet seat lid. It's so easy, even the owner of Game Over can do it. So now let's go back into the studio and we'll do level 4 with bonus level. Or no, sorry, boss battle. We'll do level 4 with the boss battle. And we're back with level 4, the boss battle. So wasn't that fun watching me mess with the toilet?
It was. I enjoyed it.
I hope it was entertaining. I thought it might be good for the show, but I don't know. It seemed kind of boring to me. But, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And definitely, you know, I like the stuff like that. If I can fix it myself, I always try and fix it myself. So, you know, boss battles usually involve money. I mean, you have to pay someone else to do things. And so I don't like paying people to do things. So if I can do it myself, I'll just try and do it myself. So the main boss battle this week is Black Friday prep. We're still doing Black Friday prep. So I've been, you know, ordering stuff, ordering merch, making the plan for like the hours and the schedule and all that. So now we're still in the main meat of the preparation phase. So, you know, there's a lot of work that goes into Black Friday preparation. It's not just like you decide to do a sale and you just open the store early. Like there's a lot of planning that goes into it. And so the big thing coming up next is I'm going to visit all the stores. So I'll be going around to all the Game Over stores over the next week or two between now and Thanksgiving, doing my official, like, you know, big CEO walkthrough and, you know, trying to basically lend, you know, my help to the stores in terms of merchandising, preparation, you know, all the planning and stuff like that, because, you know, we will open early, we will have big sales, and, you know, we'll have, you know, several employees, you know, ready to go at the stores, and we need to make sure the stock is all ready, the inventory is all there, everything's priced, it's out, it's nice looking. Make sure there's a plan for what everyone's task is going to be, right? Like somebody is, you know, on the register, somebody is on like customer service and phone, somebody is like pulling, you know, discs for the people that buy games. So everybody has a role to play, and so we'll have to get that all, you know, figured out, the logistics of it, to make sure it's a smooth running operation on Black Friday weekend. So I'm going around to all the stores, doing my visits to make sure everything is good and everybody, you know, has a plan. And if not, we're going to make them look good and give them a plan of how to do for Black Friday. So also, when it comes to Black Friday weekend, I have a big rule about no back stock. I want stock rooms empty. I'm even cleaning house here at the HQ where I am. So anything that I have here that's sellable, we're sending it out to the stores. We want the stores to be stocked as full as possible with as much merch as possible, and the back room should be empty. So we want to stack it all on the floor. We're going to leave it all on the floor, as they say. Leave it all out there. So getting the stores ready, that's we're right in the middle of it. You know, I asked you a question online last week about, you know, who still does Black Friday, right? And we did have some comments that we'll go over at the end of the show about that, but it sounds like a lot of people still do it. It's just kind of not the same as it used to be, like maybe not as much, or the sales aren't as, you know, good as they used to be back, you know, 5, 10, 20 years ago. But I really do appreciate your feedback, and we'll get into that on the fan feedback section in the next part of the show. But for Game Over, we're closed on Thanksgiving Day. We're going to do a one-day online sale. We are going to open early, which is 8 o'clock on Black Friday this year. So 8 o'clock in all of our stores except one, which is in a mall in Tacoma, Washington. And that one is opening at 6. Sorry, guys. Just because the mall opens at 6, so we have to open at 6. But otherwise, from 8 o'clock in the other stores. And we'll be doing early bird sales from 8 until 10. And then we'll do regular sales, the rest of that day and then through the weekend. But some really good sales. We'll go into the details on those sales on the next show. But just so you know the timeline. So we're closed Thanksgiving, open at 8, all of our regular retail stores, and 6 at the one in the mall in Tacoma on Black Friday. And then we'll be open, regular hours all through that weekend and everything. So that part of the plan's already in place. Details on the sale coming next week. Also for CGF, the pricing of tickets right now is the Black Friday pricing. So that's all already available today. So you can get your Black Friday pricing now on buying tickets at ClassicGameFest.com. After Black Friday weekend, those prices are going to go up. It's like a $5, $10 jump. So it's not huge, but like the cheapest prices are in effect right now for Classic Game Fest. So that's really it. So on the next show, I'm going to have the breakdown on the Black Friday sales, what they are. And also I'll give you the rundown on my visits to the stores and how that's going, and, make sure that everybody is, as I said, ready to go, because there's a lot of thought and a lot of planning that goes into getting ready for Black Friday. And I've been through a lot of them. I've been in retail a long time. I mean, a good part of my life has been in retail and sales, and so I've done, a million of these, for like 30 years. And so I always think it's fun. I enjoy the excitement of it. And, when the crowds line up at the door and everybody gets really hyped up and just enjoys the experience of shopping together in person, getting a really good deal, being like first in line and stuff like that. It's fun. And so I do enjoy the excitement of it. And I will probably be here at the North Austin store on Black Friday morning. So if you're at this store in North Austin, you might see me on Black Friday. So anyway, all that work is still going on, and for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be nonstop. Stocking stores, merchandising stores, visiting stores, making sure everyone has it ready, clean, and stocked and ready for a successful Black Friday. So more details to come next week on Black Friday. So now let's go into the bonus level and fan feedback and see what you have to say about our recent shows. And welcome back to the final part of the show, the bonus level fan feedback. So this is where you get to have your comments heard and read and talked about on the show. So let's see what you're thinking here. Hector, first of all, our #1 fan in Honduras.
Hector!
He might be our only fan in Honduras, but I'm going to say he's our #1 fan in Honduras. He's commented again.
I'm going to go visit.
So he said, great show, full of creativity, keep up the good work. He's moving to Canada soon, so that's cool. And he has a brother in Houston, so... in Canada, you can shop from us online on the website. And then if you go visit your brother in Houston, you can actually go in our stores. We have 3 stores in Houston. So wherever you're going to be in Houston, there's probably a Game Over pretty close to you. So wherever your brother is. So tell him to check us out, and then he can know where to go when you come to town and bring you to one of our stores. So anyway, thanks for watching, Hector. It's really cool to know that we have a fan like international and not just Canada or Mexico, somebody that's like right by Texas, but somebody so far away like Honduras. That's awesome. So thanks for watching the show. Let's see. Ricky commented, he loves to shop Black Friday. He goes with his cousin, his entire family. They make a plan. They look at all the sales, they do all the research, and they get all ready, and then they all go out as a big group. That's the way Black Friday is supposed to be. That's the way it used to be, And so I love that. That's the way I like Black Friday too. And he always includes Game Over. So thank you there for checking us out on Black Friday, making us part of your family plan for Black Friday. He said he does 90% of his annual shopping. That's a lot. That's pretty much everything you're going to buy for the year buys that weekend. But it's smart because everybody's got sales going that weekend. Let's see. He suggests prizes for getting more subscribers on YouTube. Because, we do the show. It's really a podcast, but we do it on YouTube. And, I know I'm not young and sexy and everything. And so I'm never going to have 1 million views on YouTube. But I mean, it's cool that he watches and enjoys the show. And we were talking about the subscriber count. And on YouTube, I wrote this down, we have 978 subscribers now on YouTube, which is pretty good, I guess.
Great.
we haven't really done a whole lot with the YouTube channel, at least in the past like 5 or 10 years, except this show. And so that's good, I guess. And we are adding, a few each week, but we're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And we only have a month to go now, so we really need to step on it here. So we need 22 more people. So who knows, 22 people? Tell them to subscribe to the show. But he has a suggestion here that if we give out prizes, we'll get subscribers. Like that's a common, I guess, YouTuber-y thing to do. Is like, hey, if we get like 10 more subscribers, we'll give away a cell phone or something. I don't know, but I'm not giving away a cell phone. But I'll try and come up with that for the next show, that maybe we'll do some prizes in December to try and get us over that hump. Because I do want to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. That's still my goal, and I think we can do it. So if you don't subscribe already to our YouTube channel, please do that. Go to youtube.com/GameOverVideoGames. Find our show with your favorite host with the most, and subscribe. Hit the little subscribe ding-dong red button or whatever at the bottom and subscribe. So then you can help our subscriber count go up. Also, he's saying with CGF tickets, he says a lot of people buy those at the door, and so with the prices going up, he's wondering, will that drive people away, basically? And maybe, but I don't think so, really. I mean, every year, it's funny. Like we've been selling tickets online for CGF for, I think, about the past 5 years or so, because we used to do them all at the door. That was the only way to buy tickets, is you just show up and buy a ticket. And then we started doing them online, and I think the first year we did them online, we sold maybe like 100 tickets online. And then it was like a couple hundred tickets, and then it's like, a couple thousand tickets. And so now we do probably about a third of our tickets, I think, last year were online. So like 2/3 were in person. And we're trying by this tiered pricing to push more people into buying them early. And, and so we're being very upfront about the fact that, the prices will be higher at the door. You don't want to wait and buy them at the door. Like, please buy them early. And so we're trying to really, convince people to shift over, because if you do that, it makes it logistically a lot easier for us that operate the event, because we have all the tickets sold. We can have, proper counts on T-shirts and stuff like that in place well before the event. It needs to happen with that kind of switch. So we're trying to, the change is happening organically on its own anyway. Each year, more and more people buy online, but like we're trying to push it further. So that's what we want, is people to do that. And the people that get to the doors and they're like, oh man, I didn't know it was expensive or whatever, like they'll know for next time, and they're already there. So I don't think they're going to just leave. So I don't think we'll have less attendees because of it, but it's definitely logistically something that needs to happen now with an event of this size. You can't have 10,000 people all, bum rush the table at the morning of CGF. Like it's too much. We don't have the staff for that, to handle that. So we've got to get them to buy online. We're also going to try this year to do some early like wristband pickup days at some of the local like Austin area Game Over stores too. So you can actually pick them up in the store, so you'll have them already on your wrist before you even get to CGF, and then you can just go get right in line and go in. So we haven't done that in the past before, but that's something this year or next year before the event we're going to try and get in place. Let's see. Another question. So I mentioned on the show last time, I guess, or a couple times back, that like I've been moving and, looking for houses and stuff or whatever. And so bought a house, moved, and the new house has a pool. And so he's asking me who's going to do the pool maintenance. And is it going to be like me or an outside company? And it's probably going to be both, honestly. Like I've had an outside company come to like, check things out and kind of show me what needs to go where and what I need to do. And, so I can like skim, for leaves, and it has the little Polaris thing in the bottom that cleans the bottom and sucks out all the acorns and leaves and stuff. But I will have somebody outside come just to make sure they get the chemicals right, because I'm a little freaked out when it comes to, like having a pool or big, pool of water like that, and then, potentially having it get like moldy or algae or whatever. So I kind of don't want to do the chemical part, but I'm fine with the cleaning part myself. I don't mind doing the work for the cleaning, but the chemicals I kind of want help on. So it'll probably be both me and an outside company. Let's see. Leptonics likes my fan idea. Yeah, the fan was pretty genius. So he's a fan of the fan. So maybe I should have a group for fans of fans. The fan group. Fans. So yeah. So we can be the founding members of that. And yeah, it served me well for a long time. I actually talked to Tian recently, and he was shocked that I finally bit the bullet and replaced that computer, because he was amazed the fan lasted as long as it did. But anyway, so yeah, that was a great short-term solution. Let's see. I forget what this note was about. Suggest purchasing this year for next year. Oh, I know. This was talking about the Christmas stuff, like the stockings. We had the deal last year where we ordered stockings, but because of transportation issues, supply shortages, labor shortages, all that stuff that we're pretty much still dealing with, at least not as bad as last year, but still, kind of affected by. Suggest why not just buy all the Christmas stuff for next year, this year, and do that every year. And that way we're buying it when we want. We can get the best prices that we can, and then just buy it and then store it till the next year. And maybe we will try doing that, at least for certain items. There's some things.
Storage for that?
Yeah, it takes space. Dan is asking about storage space, and so it did take some room to store those up. We had tubs and stuff, and had to keep it, of course, climate controlled and everything. We don't want them to get funky, but so we kept it inside and air conditioned and everything. So there's a little bit of a limit on space, but also I don't like to keep that much stuff in storage that's already merchandise that's paid for. I like to buy it and flip it fast. That's kind of the name of the game in this business. So the faster flip, the better. It's not really made for long-term storage like that. So there are some things that maybe if we get a super deal on them, I might be willing to buy and then store until the next season. But I don't know how much I'll be able to do that. It just kind of happened that last year's problem became actually an advantage this year of having the stuff already ready. And I don't know if that will always be the case. I don't know if the shortages will always be a thing. I don't know. But anyway, it's a good idea. I just don't know if Game Over will be able to do that much. Let's see. He says he's with Dan. Last week we were talking about Black Friday weekend. So he says he's kind of like Dan. Dan said he's all about Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday. And so this guy felt the same way. So he said, avoid the Black Friday. Just do the Small Business Saturday, support the local shops and restaurants you like. And then on Cyber Monday, do your online shopping, and then you're set. So that's kind of his take, too. Let's see. Did not get to partake in Halloween or costumes and stuff because he had to work. So sorry. Yeah, I know a lot of us had to work on Halloween. It's, I've never been a real costume person either. I don't really like dressing up and going to parties and stuff like that anyway. But I'm old and I'm boring and
So a freaking costume.
You know how many times I think I told you this, Dan. The last time I wore a Halloween costume, I think was when I wore it with you when you started working here, and 15, 16 years ago.
I
dressed up as Dr. Mario, which was like a doctor outfit with a paper mustache. It wasn't even like a good fake mustache. It was a paper mustache. Yeah. And I was like, who are you, a doctor? And I'm like, I'm Dr. Mario. Yeah. But I just don't really get into the costumes. I can appreciate other people in costumes, like if they're good costumes, and I love kids in costumes. I love kids no matter what, but costume kids is the cutest thing. But for me, I don't know. I just like appreciating other people's costumes, I guess. Let's see. He suggests a discount code for subscribers to the show. So that's another really good idea. So I might do that next week too. So I'm going to kick around some of these ideas for getting more subscribers to our YouTube channel. And what I might do is do some kind of discount code that if you subscribe on YouTube, or if you listen to the podcast and stuff like that, the audio version, I'll put a discount code out there that only we'll know. It'll be just between us. And then you'll get a discount when you shop at GameOverVideogames.com that nobody else will know. So that's a good idea. So I'm going to work on that for the next show. And then suggestions for the show, we really haven't gotten any more. I'm not really sure still what to do next year, but there may be some changes after the new year. And in fact, we might be missing a couple of the upcoming shows too because of the Thanksgiving holiday and the Christmas holiday. So we probably only have a couple more shows of the year, probably. We'll do one next week with the Black Friday sales info. I don't know if we'll do one Thanksgiving week. We probably won't do one Christmas week. We'll do maybe 2 or 3 in early December. And that's it. So maybe just 4 more shows for the year. We might only hit 40 episodes for this year of the show. So anyway, we'll do what we can. But that's it. That's it for the week. So as always, thank you for your business and support. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for spending an hour with me every week. I hope you've been entertained and at least had a good laugh. Hopefully not at my expense, but just in general with me. Laugh with me, not at me. Hopefully. Yeah, Dan laughs at me, but you can laugh with me. But anyway, thank you guys for your support. I hope everybody has a great week. Try and stay warm, stay safe. Get your early, I guess, Christmas shopping in, or get your plans ready for Black Friday, because it's going to be right around the corner. It's 2 weeks away. So we'll see you on the next show. So thanks, everybody. Game over.
Are you on? Are you turned on?
Am I? Hello.
Are you ready?
Let me turn myself on. Oh,
Hey.
I'm ready.
Hey, baby.
Hey, how you doing? Let me turn myself back
People
off.
know, it's not common knowledge that you're actually a robot.
Yeah. Well, the employees think I'm a robot because they know that I hardly ever eat or sleep or pee.
I've never seen you eat, actually. So
I eat sometimes.
I've never seen it, so how do I know?
Well,
Eat something right now.
I'm here. I mean, I'd die if I didn't eat in like 3 days, right?
Yeah.
How long can you go without eating?
Just because I don't know. Are you a robot?
I am not a robot. I am not a robot.
Here, eat an M&M.
No, I don't want an M&M. No.
Prove-
Here.
Prove to the world that you're
No.
not a robot, David. This is iRobot by Isaac Asimov right now.
Okay, fine.
Eat it. Eat it.
By the way, yes, this is very cool. Thank you for sharing, and I will eat this to prove I am alive. But as a side note, do you remember when we went trick-or-treating and like the fun size or snack size was like 2 or 3 times this big?
No,
No?
that's about the size of the candy that. Went
Like when you get a candy bar right now at trick-or-treating, it's like a little square, right? It's like a bite size, like a fun size is like this.
Yeah. Those exist, but
Like that.
There's also.
But it used to be like half of a normal candy
Yeah.
bar. It used to be like 3 inches long and like 1 inch wide. Like,
There's both. They're still there.
but nobody does the fun size.
Yeah, I've got some.
Everybody does the snack size or the little bite size.
I've got a couple of those. Do you want one of those?
Here, no.
Here's a fun size
No.
Twix.
Oh, okay, yeah. This used to be candy.
Yeah.
But now it's like half of this.
This is the left Twix, in case you were wondering.
Oh, well, I only eat right Twix. But yeah, like all the candy now, it's like half this.
I see that.
It's
yeah.
just the X. It's just a little bite, and you
Well,
open it up, and it's
because
just like.
no, people
So you gotta
are
eat like 20 of them to get like a candy bar.
People are health conscious now. They
Here,
don't
I'm
want a
eating
full
this.
candy bar. You know?
Okay. All right, so this is to prove that I am alive.
He's a human. Oh my god.